All right, man. We live. Let's give a few seconds to let people get the notification, and we finna jump into this thing, man. Let's see. We got any unofficial stats from Friday? I mean, not that it really matters.
Um, um, I think I had some. Let me see.
Hey, so man, we apologize about the technical difficulties just a few minutes ago. But man, we're back. Episode 8, man. Cujo for Life, the podcast. I'm your host, DJ Trill, and my co-host, J Dog, Mr. Jeremy Meredith. um, man, y'all can definitely share this one, man. Go ahead and share this. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, whichever one, man. Make sure you share this to friends or anybody who is just interested in good old, Cujo football, and that is definitely not what we saw on Friday night. So I'm just gonna come in and just kind of set the tone, man. Um, for one, I think the city, as far as North Tyler is concerned, man, definitely spoke on some things after the game this Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's it's our job to make sure we bring authenticity to the podcast. Without trying to throw anybody under the bus or anything like that, man. That's not what we're here to do. But we are going to speak facts. We are going to speak facts. I know there's a lot of concerns after losing the first two games of the season, and we are currently on a 5 game losing streak. I know there are a lot of concerns, man, and we want to talk about as much as that as we can tonight, and just try to be mindful that we are talking about kids at the same time, and people that are actually out here trying. But man, we got to talk about the results, and the biggest result um, that we need to talk about, man, is Friday night's defeat, crosstown rivalry versus Tyler Legacy, um, ended in defeat for Tyler High, suffering from a 48-21 loss, and man, I don't even know where to start on this one because I actually had different hopes for this game. I figured it would be a shootout, meaning both teams give up quite a bit on the defensive side of the ball. Uh, I saw Legacy their first game against Texas High. They gave up nearly 60, actually 57 to
Yeah,
Texas High,
most.
and yeah, and we gave up quite a bit, 43 to Marshall. So I figured it would be a back and forth affair, and that's just not what happened. I will say that, man, I thought we came out kind of flat when I thought we could send a message early early in the game, and that first three and out, man, just
Yeah,
I
that
really
kind
feel
of
like that set the tone in a bad way, man. What do you think, Jeremy?
yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too, man. I think it just felt really flat, man. That just throughout the game, it just felt really flat, man. I really don't know what else to really say, you know. Um, it's just not what I expected either. Like you said, man, I was expecting if it was going to be a shootout or high scoring, I was expecting both teams to score highly. Um, I didn't expect us to get completely shut out in the first half. That was surprising to me, especially with what we have on offense. Um, but man, that's something you gotta get over it real quick, man. Because you got homecoming this week, and you got Seagoville coming into town, man. You gotta get ready, man. You gotta let that go, let that game go, and move on.
I agree, and I'm even go a step further, Jeremy. And this is no shot at Seagoville. You have another rivalry game. You got to go to Lufkin next Friday.
Hmm.
Whatever is going on, whether it's a locker room issue, practicing, whatever is going on, man, it's got to get fixed, man. I mean, this might be the most flat, unprepared. I mean, what can you think of another game where, other than maybe the Highland Park game, where it was just lopsided? I mean, but Highland Park is Highland Park. I'm not saying that we bow down to those guys, but that's a top tier program. I mean, for what it's worth, man, Legacy is not that good. They just not.
Mm-mm.
If I'm gonna call
We
a spade, they just gave up 60 points, man. There's no way they hold this team back with two 4-star players on the offensive side of the ball and a 3-year starter at quarterback. I 0 points, man.
and also too, you don't go from giving up almost 60 to holding a team and zeroing a team out in a half, man. That's not if you're playing defense like that. That just doesn't happen in a week.
Yeah. Nah.
That was just a crazy game. And like how it started, man, that was whew, I don't know, man. Like that's what I keep saying. I don't know. It's hard to because I mean, it's nobody could have thought that that was gonna happen like that. If anybody
Yeah.
tells you that that's how they knew the game was gonna go, man, they're lying, man. It's no way you could have thought that that game would end up like that.
Nah. Um, I thought we had the advantage, at least on the offensive side of the ball, being that we brought back the majority of the offense. You brought back you lost Kentravian Quincy at receiver and Nick Collins, and you lost your starting center. You returned 8 players, if I'm not mistaken, on offense. Um, so I wasn't at practice last week, so I really, I'm not here to say it was all coaching, or I'm not here to say that it was the kids. I mean, it more than likely it was a group effort. I think it's enough blame to go
Mm,
around.
yeah,
Um, I'm sure Coach Woods will take credit for the team coming out and performing the way they did. I mean, he's the head coach, so I mean, he's done that in the past. He's taking responsibility. But I'm seeing a lot of blown assignments on defense, and man, I want to hear from y'all. I'm gonna read some comments here in just a second, man. Um, I just feel like we missed so many opportunities to be competitive in this game, and when I say the city is in a frenzy behind this one, and it's a lot of stuff that I'm not going to talk about on here that's actually quite irrelevant as far as the past coaching staff. But man, the city is in an uproar, and I know a lot of people are looking for answers and quick, real quick. I'm gonna read some comments.
yeah.
Yeah, man, shout out to Chris Blevins. He said they didn't look ready to play. I can't agree with you more, man. The Marshall
It's
game was you had more energy in the Marshall game.
Yeah, I mean, even with them losing to Marshall, man, it was like it looked very promising. Like, man, like if we can just, fix a couple certain things, man, we'll be all right. And then you turn around and the next week you just completely just get, I mean, I'm be honest, man, we got bullied, man. We got bullied on both sides.
Yeah.
Like it just that's just what it was, man. Like it's and you couldn't even be mad at it, man, because it just I don't know.
Uh,
Oh man.
Shout out to Jerry Ford, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. He just said we made him look a little better. And it's not to
Yeah,
say
that.
that Legacy don't have talent, but I've been watching this game for the last few years, man. And you don't just blank us at halftime. Nah, I'm not giving them that, man. Nah, mm-mm.
But and to say that they are three plus touchdowns better than us,
Nah.
I don't see that
I'm
either,
not buying
man.
it. I'm not buying
I think if we went back out there again, you tried that again, man. I don't think the score would be the same, man.
it.
I don't think it's the same.
um,
Uh, but I will say too, man. I will give Lee credit on the fact of man that O line and D line, man, they had their way. And that's the one thing that I was worried about going into this game, especially seeing how we did against the run against Marshall and knowing that Marshall's O line was not to the level of Legacy's O line. To be honest, Legacy probably has one of the better O lines in all of East Texas. If I had to compare them, like I would put them up there with probably with like a team like a Longview in terms of like the talent of the offensive line. That's probably one of the better O lines they've had in a few years.
yeah,
And also give credit to Case and Gray, man, the sophomore coming into a rivalry game
man, that dude lighting it
and
up, man.
just unloading it. Like as a sophomore, I'm like, man, that's gonna be a problem for the next two seasons, man. Like we got to be ready for that. He's gonna be
Yeah,
here, man. He's gonna be a problem in this game. And if he was playing like that as a sophomore, you can only imagine what he's gonna be like playing him as a senior. You know. Now, granted. I know Legacy, if I know this might be a little far ahead, but I think they are losing a I don't know. I think most of their line is juniors and seniors, right? Or a lot. I know
well,
that
I know
their
the
top
D1
offensive
commit
lineman
is a junior.
is a junior. So,
Yeah, he's a junior.
um, man, if they have that coming, if they got a lot of them coming back on the line, and then you add in also, I forget. I'm not sure the kid's name. That was number five. Forgive me for that. That was for Legacy, the receiver. Man, he had a night too himself, and I believe he was the junior. So you
I want
got
to say
him
his
coming
last name
back.
is Brown, Trey
Yeah, I think
Brown,
that's
or something like that. Don't quote me on
yeah.
that. I want to say his last name is Brown.
They're gonna have some firepower coming back into this game next year, and I mean, granted, we are too, but we can't come back out there again flat if you expect it. Because I think if they beat us again next year, that's gonna tie the series. And is that the first time that this series has been tied, or it's been a while? Or at least it's been a very, very long time since it has been tied.
It's been tied. I mean, they've actually been out in front. I want to
Yeah,
say back in the early 2000s when
yeah, it's
we
been a
suffered all
while.
those losses. What we were doing these last 2 years with those wins, where we were actually not necessarily creating any distance, but I mean, we were jumping back out by a
You were at
game or
least
so.
getting a slight lead, you know. I think
Yeah,
now
for
we only
sure.
up by one game.
Yeah. So man, and okay, let's break it down like this. When we started scoring, right? Um, I just thought, man, we would have kicked some onside kicks, being that the
Yeah,
score was already in the. I mean, it was 34-0 at halftime. Like I was expecting an onside kick, man. I mean, the first time we scored, no onside kick, we kick it deep. And I'm sorry, man, our defense just has not. They don't have it right now, man. I mean, we're giving up 40 plus a game.
yeah,
I'm thinking, man, you got to take some chances, man, and gamble with a couple of onside kicks, man. And I didn't see that, and I was actually shocked, man.
yeah. I was shocked by that too because I mean the way that your defense, I mean, it didn't really at the way it was going, it didn't really matter whether Legacy's offense started at the 20 or if they started at the 50. Because I
Hmm.
mean, either way, they were getting down the field at will, man. So that
Yeah,
was
you either
pretty
finna give them an
shocking.
80-yard drive or a 50-yard drive.
Yeah, I mean that's what it was at that point. So I was really shocked by that, man, and I wish we were just a little bit more aggressive when it came to that, especially being down by so much. Because it was points where when we did start scoring, if we would have got at least that one stop,
You needed some
things could
stops,
have
man.
things
Yeah,
could have changed a little bit, at least momentum wise.
you needed some stops or you needed some extra possessions, which is why I keep bringing up the onside kick thing.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, so what if you don't get it? We hadn't stopped them all night, but it's to me, it's worth a shot.
yeah, you got to
Um,
at least give yourself a chance to get the ball.
mhm.
I ain't saying we would have pulled a Plano East, and just came all the way back off of onside kicks. But man, you got to still try though. You
And
know,
you don't know unless you go, man. So,
yeah,
um, and like I say, man, I'm not a coach. I didn't even play football, but that's my favorite sport, man. I'm a basketball guy, but I think anybody would just if you have an eye for the game, you're just like, now we losing by 3, 4 scores. Man, we just scored and we scored again and we're kicking it deep, man. So it's just like I don't know, like common football sense that you would be expecting. And I think Legacy was expecting the onside kick.
I think
They
yeah,
were
one
lined up
time
for it.
one of them they were lined up for
They
it
were
and we
lined
didn't
up
do
for
it.
it, and I was like, okay,
Oh
missed
no, I was
opportunity,
like,
man.
oh man,
They were lined up for it. They had their hands team out there.
and then they switched it once they saw we just went to a regular kickoff, man.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
just
so that
like,
was that was
it was
shocking.
shocking,
I,
very shocking. Um, so in a nutshell, right now, man, I've answered a lot of phone calls over the weekend, um, and people just want to know when this is gonna stop because let's just. It don't even have to be the legacy game. You can go back to the Marshall game, very competitive game, but you can go back to um, Red Oak, Midlothian, Burleson, Centennial. Man, we're on a 5 game losing streak. 5 game losing streak. I don't think that's been done since 2022, possibly maybe 2021. I have to
no,
go look,
yeah,
man.
no, it probably no, you're right. It's probably was 2021, probably towards after
When
Eli
Mc-
got hurt.
when Eli got hurt.
Yeah.
hmm
So yeah, probably then.
Uh, shout out to Chris Blevins. He said yes, they did line up for it a couple of times. Yeah, see, I knew I
Hmm.
wasn't tripping, and I think they were expecting the onside
Yeah,
kick, and I'm just like, man, with the talent, and man, shout out to our kicker. He's a sophomore, very
you
talented
got one
kicker.
of the best kickers in the state of Texas, man.
I believe so. I mean, he can clearly kick a 50-yard field goal, and I'm sure they work on his onside kick ability or technique during special teams. Or I know he practices alone. I
Yeah,
believe with
and
the
he
soccer coaches.
and a lot of people might not know if they didn't go, but he can kick 50 plus with
Yeah,
room,
he can kick 50 in his sleep.
with
So
room.
I just thought in a situation like this, because even a game last year, I don't think we were down. We were not in such a margin of defeat at halftime like we were this past
Yeah, if
Friday night.
anything, last year's game, it was like this one, is except Legacy almost came back,
Right.
but
That's
we
true.
were up like Legacy was.
Yeah. And I mean, again, man, they were gonna get us at some point because when you have, I don't know, anywhere from 175, 150 kids in the program, and we barely have 100. I don't even think we have 100. We don't have 100. I don't
Yeah,
think. I
that's
think with the
that's a
even
whole
with the
nother
JV,
story.
JV and freshmen combined, you might have 40, maybe 50, and I don't even think we have 50 on the varsity. So, it's a very lopsided affair, which is something else we're gonna talk about, man. Is where these lines are drawn here in Tyler and why it's so lopsided where Legacy pulls from um, Moore Middle School. Of course, Hubbard is their feeder, and Three Lakes is their feeder as well. When essentially, Tyler High is only pulling from Bolter. Um, Now I don't work for TISD, and I'm hearing that. Andy Bergfield was responsible for where these lines are drawn. If you go all the way back to 2018, when or 2019, when Jamarian Miller,
And also,
Bryson
this is
Donnell.
and I want to
Mhm.
also address too that it's not a secret like about the drawn lines. Like they do
Nah,
these
it's not.
they have to have a public school board meeting to change the lines. So it's something that
Yeah,
it's public knowledge to anybody that wants to look.
yeah,
So the thing is that it's just when it got done, I don't think a lot of people knew what was happening.
yeah.
Um, and since nobody really knew what was happening, it kind of just now is starting to actually come fully into fruition. And I think this year's game was very evident of the plan essentially of them
Hmm.
changing the lines and uh rezoning everything to favor legacy. And now it's
Hmm.
finally working.
It's having an effect now. Um, and what it boils down to is you're basically counting. I mean, we're a 5AD1 school, meaning we carry anywhere from 2,100 kids or more. And I mean, we used to have two freshman teams. You used to at least have enough for a JV, which anywhere from 30 to 35 kids. And we were used to carrying about 50, maybe 55 uh, on the varsity. And those
Yeah.
numbers are plummeting really fast. And
Hmm.
it's really hard to compete, man, from a depth standpoint, meaning that you don't have, from your first team to your second team, you may not even have a third team. There's a really large gap there.
Yeah, it's
And
like, you can't take, yeah, we are, enrollment wise, we are 5AD1, but you're not pulling in the 5AD1 football numbers because most of your athletes are not, you're only pulling athletes from one school when the school across town is pulling athletes from three schools.
Mhm.
So you got to think about that. I'm not sure the actual enrollment size of Bolter, but the percentage of kids that are actually coming out of there that's actually playing football is not enough to sustain a 5AD1 school.
Yeah.
If you go look at
Uh,
any other district across the state that's a multi-school district, their middle schools are split up evenly enough that every single school will have an equal amount of kids going into that program. Tyler ISD is one of the only school districts that I know that is purposely making sure that one school is getting enough athletes at one school. It's the only one if you can name another one, I would like to see it because you probably not going to find it. You look at Frisco ISD, every time they build a new school, they're redrawing those lines, making sure that every single school is taken care of. And they got maybe 13 to 15 high schools, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
And
Uh,
they're even with all that, they're making sure that every school is taken care of. They're not favoring one school. They're not trying to make this school be the prestigious school. They're like, look, we got to make sure that every school is even taken care of. And that's why you can see a lot of Frisco schools are doing well because they have the talent spread evenly across the city.
yeah.
And that's how it should be here too.
Yeah, you're not going to see I mean, you can take Midlothian, who have two 5A schools. One is 5AD1, one is 5AD2,
And,
with Heritage being 5AD2. And
mhm.
I mean, this is just unheard of, man, where they favor one school, from a numbers perspective. Now, granted, South Tyler is a bigger region than North Tyler, so Legacy has always been bigger as far as enrollment.
Yeah,
But
and
when we're
that's not
talking
what we're
about when you
asking
start to,
for,
yeah, when you starting to target the football numbers, the way that they are, because I mean, let's be honest, they are crossing over into the northwest part of Tyler, because that's where you get more of the black demographic right there. The kids that used to go to Stewart that are now going to Three Lakes, right
Hey,
down that spur by Lindsay Park. That is what is happening. And yes, Dogan was the middle school that closed,
yeah.
as well as
And
Stewart.
and you got to look at this. This is how TISD look, or Bergfield specifically, because this is pretty much his plan. If you go look at, I'll say even I won't go super far back. We'll just say from 2010,
Hmm.
from 2010 up to now.
Hmm.
If you go look at some of the best players from 2010 until now, a lot of them came from what middle school?
Hmm. Yep. There's no
Stewart.
surprise. Yep.
Stewart. And and where did they draw the line? They made sure to draw the line where all of those players that came through all of those
Yeah,
years,
they took
they
all
drew
that
the
away.
line right there to make
Hmm.
sure that they go to legacy.
Oh yeah.
That's where the bulk of our best players that have came through in the last 10 to 15 years are right in that area.
Hmm.
Even Jamarian that should have been going to John Tyler.
Who went to
He was
Bolter? When have you ever seen a kid who attended Bolter Middle School forced to go to Legacy or Robert E. Lee, whatever you want to call it?
because they made sure to draw the lines right there
Yeah, I
where
mean it was
you
done on
gotta
purpose.
go.
You know, people can say what they want to say. It was done on
And
purpose. So
and
what? Go
and it's
ahead.
public knowledge too. You can go online right now and go look at the zoning right now on TISD website. And if you can sit there with a straight face and tell me that anybody that lives on Old Chandler Parkway or Highway, I'm sorry, should be going to Legacy, that's insane.
I
That's
mean, we're talking
insane,
about
man.
literally 5 to 10 minutes with
5 minutes,
traffic away from Tyler High. It's a 20-minute drive to Lee from
and
that
they're
side of
making them
town.
drive all the way over there.
Yeah, it's a
That's by
problem.
design, man.
Um, Shout out to Jerry Ford, man. He's been getting me some information on people that we could talk to, man. If y'all know anybody that excuse me, sits on the school board, when these meetings will occur, so it can be discussed, bring this information to me or Jeremy for that fact. Man, we'll put the information out here. We'll make sure that it gets discussed.
And
And
also
man, we
and another thing
want to be
too
at
is
these
that
school board meetings.
how it can help is that y'all need to talk to your representatives of your school board that's in your area
Hmm.
and
Yeah, see, a lot of
explain,
people don't know that that's the thing either.
yeah, you can speak to your school board representative in your area and
Hmm.
explain your concerns to them. You don't have to be a
Yeah,
part of the school districts to do that. That's what they're representing you. And if you don't feel like that they're representing you or your area or your school where they need to be, then things need to change.
yeah, for sure. And I know that there are people who have stood up at the school board meeting. I know Helen Blake is one of them, and I don't know if she's watching tonight, but I know she's been at these school board meetings. And I just feel like, man, if we show up in numbers and really voice our concern for these numbers, man, hopefully we can push our agenda. And at least all I'm asking for is just the old line back. Like, give us the old line where we were getting
O
more than
line or D
enough to
line?
compete with. No, the old district lines.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
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 just
yeah.
give us the old lines back.
Yeah,
That's all I'm asking for.
or in that case, that means they would have to give us half of Three Lakes, which it should have been like that anyways.
Yeah, because that
I'm
was
not,
half a Stu. I mean, Three Lakes took Stewart's place.
yes, basically. And they just moved those kids deeper to that side of town because that's what they wanted them to
Hmm.
go.
Hmm. Yeah, so man, I'll try to get as much information as I can going forward on school board meetings or representatives in whatever area of town that you live in. So this can be addressed going forward, and it's not that we're trying to bring this to attention because of the Lee
This is
loss to
something we
Lee.
were talking
We,
about in
we
the off
we were
season.
talking about this, yeah, early in the season, man, like way before the season even started. We were just waiting on a time to address it, and I mean, I feel like now, is a really good time to address it.
Yeah, because
And
I mean, it's showing in the games. Like some
yeah,
of it, it's like of course some of it is in our control, but
hmm,
some of it is also just out of our control, man, because of what we're dealing with.
right. Um, just to focus back on the game, I do want to shed some light on some of the positive stuff that I did see um, coming after halftime. Now I don't know if Legacy took their foot off the gas or whatever,
Hmm.
um, but we did start having some downfield ability. I know we did catch Trey Harrison streaking twice down the
And one of them
field. I
was a
think one was
beautiful
a busted
catch, man.
coverage. Yeah. Shout out to Trey Harrison who did haul in two receiving touchdowns, and shout out to Ashton Ariaga who ran had his first rushing touchdown. I believe it was about a 40, maybe a 45-yard touchdown. And that line was just blocking beautifully, man. So shout out to the offensive
Hmm.
line and to the O line coach, man, because in the second half you did see. I mean, we were picking up those blocking assignments a little bit better. And
Yeah,
I just, like I said, it just comes back. I thought we could have got a few extra possessions. Um, but I
man.
mean, that's neither here nor there. We got to
Yeah, I'm
focus on
like you,
Friday.
man.
Hmm
I gotta say, man. Even last week, man, I'm still impressed with the offensive line, man. Like,
I'm seeing the
I,
improvements over last year.
yeah, I feel like they are way, very, very much improved, man. And
Yeah, Coach Freeman, man, I actually met him uh, right before the season started. I want to say the same week of the terror scrimmage or a week before. And he seems real down to earth, man. And I could tell, I could hear him on the sideline, just pointing out blocking assignments, man, trying to get their attention. He was definitely trying to get them focused, and he was coaching them up at a very high level, man. So, shout out to Coach Freeman. Hey, what's up,
yeah.
Marcy? She said, yeah, offensive line coach Jack Freeman is the bomb. No, I totally agree, man, and I hope he can stay with us for quite a while, actually. And I think this is his first. He
Yeah,
told me this
man.
was his
I want him
first
to,
teaching and coaching job.
yeah, man. I really want him to stay around, man. He's doing a great job. And I really do
Absolutely,
like what I'm seeing.
but we need some numbers in the program. And shout out to Fred Green because he said something on Facebook, man, about parents speaking the importance of recognizing when your son is an O line or a D line player. We need to start building up our O line or D line kids at the Pop Warner level. Um, he mentioned something about this, man. I'm actually going to go to his post. Shout out to Fred Green. I know he's one of the coaches over at Bolter Middle School. Let's see,
Oh yeah, shout out Fred, man.
Fred Green. I don't know if he's watching, but let me find it. Okay, I got it right here. He said, "Hey, listen to all my little league coaches all over East Texas. I know it's not much fun, and we love to just work with our skill guys, our quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, DBs, linebackers. But please, let's start emphasizing and putting in work with our linemen, offensive and defensive linemen. This is at a young age. This at a young age is so beneficial, even if it ain't perfect. Muscle memory is real, and eventually they will get it. Tell linemen they are linemen. Let's teach more than just pushing the man in front of you. Let's teach one, a good stance, work with them on staggering their feet, which hand goes down. Two, stay low, low man wins, good technique, keep their head up. Three, shooting their heads and shooting them inside the pads. Four, bringing their feet after shooting those hands. Five, keep their base the whole time. These five simple things we all can teach. This will bless middle school, high school coaches all over the world. Hey man, that's a great message. And I think we need to, as parents, you have to uh, tell your son, hey, son, you might be on a little, the chubby side. I don't know if you should be going out for that running back spot. You're a lineman. And I think it's time we start recognizing that and start building our core because the trenches is what moves for those guys, man, those running backs, those quarterbacks. You got to have those trenches, man.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to compete, especially at a high level, man, you gotta have the trenches. Not you can It's not one team that is one state, especially recently, that didn't have an O line and a D line.
For
You
sure.
gotta have it, man. That's just more than anything else. If you have that, you can work the other issues that you might have out because it's gonna take care of itself because your quarterback is gonna have time to make things right back there. If you got an
Yeah.
O line, and then the same for the D line. If you got a good D line that can get pressure, you can kind of mask any other problems you have on the back end. because of them.
for sure. Um, man, now this is just a personal request. It has really nothing to do with Coach Woods or nothing like that, man. I would like to see some of our best guys go both ways. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, that'd be nice,
you
man.
know,
I mean,
uh, hey, I mean, I think it's worth a shot, man, to have maybe who you think is your best 11 on the field at all times. I know that's a little old school, but I see a lot of schools doing it.
look,
Um,
even Duncanville does it, and they have they have more than enough players to be able to play,
mhm,
and they still had Decorian Moore playing safety at times in certain
yeah,
situations. Their best
yeah,
receiver.
for sure. I just think, man, and this is no shade at any kid or nothing like that. My son played, but the best is the best for a reason. And back in Wilson's day, and I know we are so far beyond that. Even when Rickland was here, or um, Coach Rush. I mean, you saw your best athletes on the field at all times, man, and to me it made a difference, man. And it doesn't have to be every series, but I just feel, man, that get your best 11 on the field
Hmm.
and may the best team win after that, man. Because if I got my best against your 11 best, I think a lot of teams will be in trouble, man.
Yeah, I would really like to see a Trey Harrison playing safety or DB on the other side of the ball. I ain't saying you got to do it every possession, but just in certain
But
situations or like
on
crunch
a
time.
yeah, if the game is on the line, hey man, give me my best hands. Let me see what y'all can do on defense against their best receiver. Or take Mallard,
Like
man. Let him. Hey man, now this right here, we cannot keep allowing that run up the middle. I would love to see Mallard get back on that defensive line at some point, man. Clog up
I
the
think
middle, big fella.
I think we really need to see him on that side, man. I mean, the middle is just, and I hate to
We're
say it,
vulnerable,
man.
man.
It's getting gashed, man. Like it's so open. Like, and I don't know, it could be I don't know if it could be the scheme or just players just getting out of position. It could be anything. But if you have a guy like Mallard right there, people are not, even if people are missing their assignments,
Hmm.
Mallard is such a force. He could be
He
such a
draws a
force
double team.
there
Hmm.
that yeah, it's gonna change what they want to do.
Hmm. For sure. Um,
So yeah.
like I said, man, these are just stuff I dream about at night, and
We can all
I
dream,
try to,
man.
yeah. But and like I said, man, I did take away some positive things Friday. Man, I know Kadarius McMiller had a hell of a block, man, a lead block for Ashton on that touchdown run. I mean, you could hear it in the
Oh
stands.
yeah.
I mean, we were on the sidelines and we heard it. Um,
Hey,
so
I like that formation, that two back formation, man.
yeah,
We
that's
need to
that
run
Cujo
that
set.
more. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Cujo
I
said,
like
man,
that.
yeah, because
I like
you don't
that.
know what running back is getting the ball, right? So it's kind of
Hmm.
hard to key in on one running back,
You gotta account for both.
and you
And
still got your best three receivers out there on the field.
hey, and the refs took away one of Kadarius' touchdowns, man.
They
And you
did,
can say
they
what they
did,
want. That
yeah,
was
they
not a
did.
hold. And the whole, and if you wanted to say it wasn't even nowhere in the
It was
area
nowhere
where he
near the
was.
play, man.
It was
Yeah,
nowhere near the place, so it wouldn't even mattered, man. But
yeah.
yeah,
Miss Freeman. Hey, shout out to Cynthia Freeman, man. That's Jack's mom, the O line coach, man. That's his
okay,
mom. She did inbox me a couple of weeks ago, and because I remember last time we were talking about the O line coach, and I couldn't remember his name, and she did inbox me and kind of get me caught up to speed. So big shout out to her. She's a very polite lady, and hope to meet you in person one day. But she says she wants to see some pancakes, and I agree. I do
okay,
agree.
yeah, I do too.
I do. So right now, man, let's man, if y'all have any questions, and I think our JV doesn't even have a game this week. Let's talk about homecoming briefly. But I also want to open this up for anybody that has any questions that maybe we can answer or
Yep,
find an answer for you. I think this is a really good podcast episode, and this, like I said, man, we are not intentionally we're not putting anybody down. We're just taking the results of what we saw and we're coming back and having a group discussion and seeing how we can be better going forward. That is strictly what this is about. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Letitia Lynette. Um, Appreciate you for tuning in. MPJ Jones said they will be okay. Trust the process. Hey, we're doing it, and I believe we get our first win this Friday for homecoming, and we have a tough game to look forward to against Lufkin next week, which I
Definitely
can't wait to
tough.
talk about that next week. Yeah.
Yeah. They also just to know, just to talk about that one, just real brief.
hmm
Lufkin did crack the top 10 in the state rankings this week, so they are at
Okay.
number 10. So
Ah,
that
yeah.
would that would mean that you would be playing 2 straight weeks of top 10 teams in 5A. 2 straight weeks. Or at least granted that they are still ranked by the time we play them.
All right. Sorry about that. I had a phone
Nah,
call
you
coming
good.
in, but
Yeah,
yeah, I definitely did hear you. With them being cracking the top 10, which a lot of people, if you didn't get a chance to pay attention to Lufkin during week one when they faced Longview, they were up on Longview 14-0 in Longview.
hmm
So take that for what it is. I think it's going to be a dog fight. I think we can definitely compete with Lufkin. Um, it's just going to be, where's our mentality, man? Where is our mindset? Did we have a good week of practice? Are we executing at the highest level? Are we wrapping up? Are we making our tackles? I think all those things come down to, can we compete with some of these higher level teams? Which after Lufkin, man, it starts to get hard. Highland Park, Joshua is going to be respectable. Burleson Centennial, a team that beat us. Cleburne is a team that actually went back and forth with us for a little bit. Midlothian was a team that beat us. Red Oak was a team that beat us. So now we're going to have to start saying, hey, we're about to get into the thick of things, man, in district play. And we all want to see us go to the playoffs, man.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus across the board. I think it's got to happen, man. We got to get in this year, and whatever place that is, I
Yeah,
mean, you just got to get in. And once you
yeah,
in,
and
man, it's open season from that point, man. Anything can happen, but you got
anything
to
can
get
happen.
in there.
Anything can get. A lot of people don't know that. Not to give them no 15 minutes of fame or nothing like that. That Robert E. Lee team was. They finished second or third in district that year they went to state. They lost the first 3 to 4 games, and they went on a hell of a run, streak, whatever you want to call it, and didn't really lose any more games for the remainder of their season. So anything is possible, but we got to correct
Yeah,
these things now in practice, film session, and man, it's only 2 games in, and I would hate to see us after 2 games, man, just write this season off. I'm not doing it, so
nah, man, you can't do that just yet, man.
yeah.
Because it's like I explained last week, that 2011 team, man, they started half the season 0-3, and I don't think if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if any of those losses were close losses either.
Oh wow, she okay.
Which
So
I
let me just
couldn't.
scroll up and catch some
Okay,
comments.
yeah,
Uh, I'll start right here. Marcy, she said we have to build a fire on the field and in the stands. Jeremy, did we not say that it was dead before the
yeah,
game started? We
yeah.
looked up and it was. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a hangover from Marshall. Our stands were dead, man. Now we cannot do that.
It was no like energy. You can even feel
Mm-mm.
it down there on the field. Like that was radiating to the field. That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
we
man, we
can't
were
have that, man.
packed. We were packed in
hmm
there.
Yeah, it
And it
was
was
enough people in there. I mean, we only got up when we scored touchdowns. It can't be that way, man.
you
I'm
gotta
telling you.
be you gotta do it on third downs, man. You gotta do it when we
hmm
getting first downs. You gotta do it for every
Yeah.
moment, man. You know? It
Yeah,
almost, you know what? It almost felt like we were at like an NFL game, man. Like everybody was there just to hang out.
just to watch
And
and socialize, man. We that's not us, man. We so yeah, Marcy, you are right. And Marcy is one of the best. I got so much film on Marcy, especially from that Midlothian game last year with her making noise, man. And I purposely put the camera on her because this is what it looks like to get up and make noise for your team, not when you're winning or just because you're losing. But man, we got to show some team spirit, man. We got to.
for sure. Can you pull up Miss Freeman's comment?
Yeah.
I
Oh
was trying
yeah.
to see if it.
I'll let you tackle that.
Oh, Jack played for and trained the guys who play for Midlothian. He may have some insight. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
Hey
We
Jack,
definitely gonna need that
that's why we got you over here, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, we need that mid-low win, man.
That's why we got you over here, man. Hey, anything you can help us with on mid low. My thing is, we need to stop that quarterback,
Hey,
man.
I think last week, man, I was shocked. I think he threw for like 300 yards.
Oh, did he really? Well, he's got that receiver right there.
Yeah, and I'm like, are they switching up this year, man? They're gonna be a little bit more balanced since that run attack is pretty much graduated out last year. So I think they're gonna be a little bit. They're gonna be passing a little bit more this year.
Hey, that just makes them a little bit harder to beat. But I
Yeah.
also think that they don't need to get too far away from their mo, which is their identity is to run. So if you want to come in passing toward us, because now we'll have Caleb back by that time.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Um,
and I'm not
so
using that as an excuse for
hmm
these last two games, but you have not had your best defensive back
yeah.
for the last 2 weeks, and
hmm Shout out to Caleb, man. I know
I'm
he's
not
dealing
gonna
with
put
a
too
health
much
issue.
information out there,
Right.
but I know it's gonna be a little bit longer before he comes back.
Yeah.
Um,
He's coming back though, for sure.
but he is coming back, so
hmm
that is the plus.
Um, Chris Blevin said the coaching staff and players are going to have to want to win the rest of the way. I am hoping they get this corrected. Hey, man, can't agree with you more. It has to
Same
be a
way,
group
man.
effort. The kids are just going to have to refocus, man. Last week is last week. Don't get down on the season just because of that loss. Yeah, we 0-2. But this is where you want this to happen in non-district.
Yeah, I would much rather it happen now
Yeah, I
than
know
late in the
rivalry game is
season.
serious. We were 2-0 the last 2 years, but man, those games do not count. It has no bearing on whether we go into the playoffs or not, man. Even if, which we're not going to lose this week, I highly doubt that. But just like next week, man, I don't know what's going to happen in Lufkin, but that is a game that does not keep us out of the playoffs. Highland Park starts a new season, man, and we just got to start, getting ready to go into the district play, man, with our head on right.
Yeah, I'm gonna allude to another team that had the similar situation. I think it was Wood's first season. Was that 2023?
23.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, Lancaster started out the season 1-4.
Man, they turned it on as soon as they started playing.
Made the play. Hey, they beat us, man. Shoot, the rest was history after that, man.
Yeah, four
And
rounds
then
deep.
they wind up going 4 rounds deep. They started the season 1-4.
Yeah, losing to Forney. They lost to Forney.
They lost to Forney. They were 2 games
hmm
away from state, a team that started 1-4. Fourth place, matter of fact, to add to that, they were the last place team in the district.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
Last place.
hmm
And went 4 rounds deep, man. So that's why you can't, even though I know these first 2 weeks haven't been what we expected, man, but you never know. You never know.
Yeah, and that's just man. Keep fighting. The season ain't over. Um, at this point, I trust the coaches. Hey, um, to do their job and whatever they draw up. I just hope that the kids are able to buy into it, man, and come out and try to be victorious, man. This season is far from over. Far from
Uh
over.
Frankie said Frankie Greenwood said JV has a game versus Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh High School at 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Good. So they still got a
So
game this week.
thank you, Miss Granberry. And last year during the week we played Seagoville, I want to say our JV had to play Legacy again because my son was on the JV last year. So I guess Seagoville doesn't carry a JV, and I can understand why because I mean their numbers are pretty low. Um, I'm interested to know how we got that Pittsburgh game, which is I think Pittsburgh is a 3A,
Uh,
even
But that
possibly a 2A, but it's
unless
a
they
game.
got the unless they got or either it's either the team that they are playing don't have a JV,
Didn't
or
have
either they
one.
had or either they have a B. They got a B team somehow at that
Yeah,
with that
and
enrollment.
I'm glad they picked up a game because you really can't afford to have a week off and try to remain competitive, even at the JV level. And I know we don't get to talk about the JV as much. That is to me the developmental stage, which they all are to a degree. But that's just that transition between freshman and varsity. So shout
Yeah.
out to our JV team, and I hope they go down and get a victory this week.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Um, I do want to talk about a little bit about the Seagoville game pertaining
Yes, sir.
to the I think their first 2 weeks. I was gonna pull it up and see if I can get any stats to see what we really need to focus on pertaining to Seagoville.
Hmm.
I do know last year the game, I believe the final score was it was 45-7, if I'm correct. It was either 45-7 or 50.
I can check that for you right now.
Okay, just so we make sure we got the correct score on that.
Yes,
They did lose
sir.
their first game of the season this year to Chisholm Trail. They lost to them 48-14, and then
48
they
7.
turned and then it was 48-7, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And then they did come around and beat Dallas White this past week 39-8. So they did have a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more of a turnaround on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm.
And also especially on the defensive side. Now, I don't know if that's a credit to how good or bad Dallas White is. Uh, but they are
Well,
going to be
let's take a
coming
look.
into this week. They are going to be coming into this week on a win. So
Okay.
they are going to be a little bit more confident.
Here's something. They lost to White last year, 45-7.
Mm. So that
So,
is a
man, you
that
ain't gonna be able to take Seagoville lightly, and I don't recommend we take anybody lightly.
ever.
Um,
Not until
yeah,
we can show that we
no,
are consistent
uh-uh.
in what we do, you know.
And what was the score on the against White last week?
30 they flipped the score then. They won 39-8. So they
Yo, that's
flipped the
crazy.
score from last year.
And I want to say, let me see if White was a playoff team last year. White went 7-4 and came in. They were a playoff team. They were the fourth spot in
Mm,
5A District 6. Huh. I think that's the West Mesquite district. Yeah, they were
man,
fourth
yeah.
place, so they knocked off a playoff team from last year.
So this is some
Uh,
of the unofficial stats that they had.
okay.
Well, this is the rushing stats is a little concerning if this is the case, especially with how we've been in the run defense
Hmm.
the last 2 weeks. They did pass, they had 7-11 for 81 yards passing, but
Hmm.
the ground game was the ultimate deciding factor for them. They had 41 carries,
Hmm.
41
Hmm.
for 229 yards, with averaging 5.5.5 yards a carry. So almost
Yeah, they feel
every other
pretty
carry they
confident
were
about
getting
the run
getting
game.
the first down. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at the Chisholm Trails box stats and see how many rushing yards they had or attempts at least that they had in that one, and that'll tell me what their kind of like what their philosophy is going into this game.
Hmm.
Um, so it looks like yeah, they definitely want to run the ball.
Hmm.
I don't know if this is an official number on how amount of carries. They said they had 64 carries
Oh goodness.
um, for 337 rushing yards in a loss. And they
That was
went
against Chisholm
20
Trail.
of, yeah, they had 20 or 30 passing for 236. So they really do want to run the ball. That's obviously that means they want to establish that run game, which has been the problem for us for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine we're going to get a huge dose of that come Friday.
So obviously, especially showing that we've had a real problem with stopping the run game,
Yeah.
I imagine they're gonna. test us on that for sure.
Mm, yeah.
They
Um,
within 2 weeks they've gotten almost 600 yards rushing. So if that tells you anything,
yeah. Tells me more than I need to know. That they really want to put that ball on the ground and go straight ahead. And I think last year they were just kind of trying to find their identity a little bit. But man, you start to play a team, man, and if that coach can instill some confidence in those guys, and they're going to be fired up for us because I guarantee you, just like how WT White beat them 48-7 last year, they're well, whatever the score was, 45-7, I think.
hmm
They're not going to forget about the 48-7 victory that we had in their stadium last year. So those guys are going to come ready to play.
I'm gonna look at the box score last year to see how many times they ran the ball on us last year. They didn't really run it. They passed more last year.
They
So
yeah they
last year
wanted
they
to throw
only
quite a
yeah,
bit.
last year they only ran it 14 times for 148 yards, which is still a lot,
Yeah.
but they did want to pass the ball a lot more last year.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at our stats, but they didn't Siegel didn't put any stats for them last year, so I
Gotcha.
didn't know. I didn't see any. But if though, and mind you, these are unofficial stats. These are not. We
Hmm.
can't verify if these stats are true. We're just going based off of what we see on Max Preps.
Yeah,
So
for
those
sure.
are unofficial stats.
Man, I'm about to I got this Ashton's run from Friday, man. This was just I'm gonna pull up this clip, man, so we can just watch this for a second, man.
That got a little faster.
I'm gonna play it one more time. I'm gonna play it again. Look at that old line, man. Let me go
Shout
back
out
a
to the
little bit.
old line, man.
Look at the point of attack, man. Look at Mallard. Look at
Look at that hole right there, man. That's a
everybody has their assignment. And then Kadarius, who might have been the star on this play, took the lead block and just went into a collision with that linebacker, man. Everybody is accounted for. So, man, we are so capable of playing at a high level. Um, and this, like I said, man, I saw some good things, even though it was a bad loss. Hey, man, they got the best of us on Friday, right? Man, we look at this. I'm gonna start it over.
man. That was a heck of a block by McMillan. That lead block is what got him the touchdown.
It is, man. And I mean, just at the point of attack, man, we were physical, we were aggressive. So, man, hey, man, it's there. It's there. You can't tell me it's not. Man, we just got to execute. We got to execute. I'm gonna try to find some more clips, Jeremy. If you want to, just kind of fill them in on anything that you want to talk about, man. I got some more stuff too.
Yeah,
One
so I was
second.
just gonna talk about Seagoville a little bit more, basically about what they got coming into this game. So they are
Hmm.
returning six on offense, six on defense.
Okay.
Some of the players they had to watch, wide receiver Adam West, 6 foot, 170 pound receiver, ran a four
Hmm.
five in the 40. I
Hmm.
believe he for the district that they were in, he was a two-sport first team all district selection. So
Hmm.
definitely a guy that we are going to have to watch out for in the passing game for sure. Pretty sure that's
Hmm.
going to be their quarterback's top target.
Okay.
Also, wide receiver DB Jadarick Anderson is
Hmm.
one player to watch. Oh, offensive lineman Josiah Royal, 6'2", 250. Running
Okay.
back Colin Williams, 6 foot 175. Then they also noticed some of their top juniors and sophomores. DB Ricky Wilkins, 5'10", 135. Wide receiver
Okay.
James Roberts, 5'10", 150. And sophomore running back DB Bentley Cosby, 5'9", 150. Um, Basically, this is a team that they did get into the playoffs last year.
Hmm.
Now, granted, it was on a technicality. I believe it was based on another team had an ineligible player, and that's how they did get in. But they were in the playoffs, so they did
Okay.
get to play playoff football, and we still have to take
Hey,
them.
They
with the
went one step
same.
further than we did.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
got to still treat them like they a playoff team, man.
for sure.
And like you said, like you alluded to, man, they not gonna forget what we came into their house and
Nah, I
embarrassed them
wouldn't.
last year.
I
And I'm
definitely
pretty
want some
sure
get
that
back if
coach,
I'm them.
because I know when I was coaching, if something like that happened, man, I'm bringing it back up, and we gonna try to see if we can turn that around, man. And I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that's gonna be the message this weekend, man. Is their coach saying, man, we're gonna go into their house and do the same thing that they did to us, man. And that's the mentality that they're gonna have in going into that game. They're not gonna be scared of us.
nah.
And
Um,
especially them seeing how we lost, I feel like that's just gonna give them more confidence
for sure.
going into that game, because at least last year we did win before we played them. So it might have been a little, and the fact that we never played them before,
That's
so it might
true.
have been a little bit of nervousness. But now since they played us and knowing all of that they know, man, I don't think they're gonna go in there with the same mentality they had last year.
Yeah, we look a little vulnerable right now, being 0-2. But hopefully, man, we can wake up a sleeping giant come Friday, man, and really play some Cujo football. And shout out to Yaya. She said sometimes a loss can help you understand better, and I wholeheartedly agree. Sometimes
Hmm.
you got to blow this
I
thing up,
agree.
man, and bring it back together before we can really head in the right direction. And I got another clip, man, that I'm about to share with y'all. I'm gonna play it again, man, because it kind of just give you chills, man. And I wish it wasn't too little, too late, man. I'm gonna play it again.
And again, great blocking by the O line.
So I mean, man, you can just hear that crowd, man, just exploding, man. Uh, but it started with that O line, man. It started with the O line. He had a clean pocket. He found his receiver, who had, I don't know what happened to that corner, man. I think he stumbled or whatever happened, but and he was able to get that touchdown. But man, it started with the O line. So man, I know we're capable, man. When we line up and do it the right way, man, we're capable. We just got to bring this thing together, man, for sure.
For sure, man. And I think like I said, I think it's gonna happen this Friday, man. It's just about, okay, from that point, you know, okay, after this Friday, what's the plan from that point, you know?
Yeah,
We just gotta stay consistent.
yeah, for sure.
Can't let up.
I agree, man. Um, but with that being said, man, I think we addressed quite a bit, and like I say, man, this is just we created this platform so we could all come here and have a discussion, and try to get the culture going in the right direction, as far as the Cujo culture and the tradition. And we got one of the richest traditions in the state. And I know that when we decide to go straight ahead and give it our all, I know we're pretty dangerous, man. So um, we just want to hear from you guys. If you have anything for us, you can inbox us with any information, man, whether it's rezoning or what we can do to speak up at these school board meetings. And man, we just want to be one big happy fan base, man. That's all. Oh yeah, I know the sin is your son, and I know you don't accept no excuses, man. And I know he has to give 100% effort, man. So hey, trust me, Marcy. We know that you guys are instilling the very best morals and effort that he could possibly display. So not surprised at that. He's a sophomore, been on varsity since his freshman year. Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, that's something to look forward to. A center with 2 more years left to play, man. So that's something to build on.
For
So,
sure.
shout out to him, man. And I say we correct some things this Friday, man, and then we take what we do Friday and try to go into Lufkin and see if we can get 2 in a row, hopefully.
Yeah, man, that'd be nice, man, to get the 500 before that Highland Park game for sure.
Hey, I'll take 2-2.
Yeah,
I'll
for
take two and
sure.
two before going
I'll
to
take
Highland
it.
Park. Yeah, for sure. Man, y'all got anything else for us? I know this episode ran a little bit over, and we had some technical difficulties at first, but man, we couldn't wait to get on here and just talk about it, man. You know, maybe this was therapy for some people that need to just hear something, and we don't have the answers by any means. We're not the coaches, but I think we're addressing a lot of the things that people saw, and man, we want to move together as a fan base, man, for sure.
Hopefully, we ease some pain over this past weekend for everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch him out at practice this week, man, and just see if we can just notice a difference in the energy, and hopefully we come out prepared on Friday, man. It is homecoming, so guys do show up. Marcy, um, do you have any information either with the freshman game or ticket information, parking passes? You have anything like that that you want to share? Also,
Hey,
Marcy, I mentioned you last week with the what is it, the Tyler High Parent Club, or uh, forgive me if I said it wrong, but give me all the information that you have, Marcy, as far as how to donate, because the kids, they need meals before they eat, especially when we're on the road. We go on the road to
hmm
Lufkin next week. So Marcy, please give us any information that you have while we got you here.
hey.
Go ahead, Jim.
Also,
I think you was
I
about to
don't
say
know.
something.
No, you good, man. Um, I saw that TISD. I don't know if it was just for the legacy game or if that's something they going moving forward with. But I
Hmm.
did know in that game that they were charging the seniors to get into the legacy game.
Really?
Yeah, so I guess normally they used to they let them come in for free, but for that particular game,
Hmm.
they were trying to get that money and they was charging them. But I don't know if that's gonna happen next week
Hmm.
too, or for the rest, or if it was just for that game. So that's something
Yeah,
to note too.
that's new to me. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
keep an eye on it. Uh, Tyler High Lions Football Club. Okay, so that is the organization. And if you have any links or if people want to donate, Marcy, let me know and we'll post it on the page. I'll post it everywhere that I can so we can make sure that the kids will have the things that they need for the remainder of the season.
Okay.
Uh,
Letitia Lynette, she said yes. The district said it's only for that game. So yeah, y'all they good
okay.
then. Yeah.
No, okay. Huh. However you want to help, go to our Facebook page, Tyler High Football Club. I need to
Okay.
make sure I'm following that page as well.
Yeah.
Let me do that right now.
Okay.
Lions Football Club. Okay, I found it. Okay, I'm already following, and I'm gonna make sure I follow from the Cujo the podcast page. Football
Okay.
Club. Okay, got it. All right, man. So, man, y'all make sure y'all go and follow the page. Turn the notifications on just to make sure you're not missing out on anything announcement wise. As far as being able to contribute to the organization, and it's all for the kids. Everything benefits the kids, from the freshmen all the way up to the varsity. So appreciate that, Marcy. And hey, man, we'll be back again next Monday.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully with some good news, man. Hopefully with some good
We
news.
should be, man. It should be.
We will have a drawing for a stuffed mail line this Friday. Okay, okay, got it. All right, yeah, I'm gonna make sure I keep my eyes on the page, Marcy. But man, if nothing else, man, I think this was a great episode. We appreciate everybody that tunes in, man. Um, we can't do this without y'all. The platform is definitely still growing. This is still new for us, but we felt like there needed to be a voice to talk about what's going on in between games. So we appreciate y'all for showing up, man, each and every one of you. And we will be back next Monday at 8 o'clock. And I'm gonna say, man, we get the first victory of the season this Friday.
That's the same, man. I'm saying the same thing.
Okay. Silent auction, and tickets at the game this Friday at our table. Okay,
Yeah, make sure y'all stop
cool.
by the table, man.
I'll definitely stop by before the game and do my share. All right, man. We'll see y'all next week. I'm your host, DJ Trill, Jeremy Meredith, co-host, man. We out of this thing.